Hello folks, it's my hope that this video finds you in good spirit. Welcome to the Spot On. And of course, on this particular channel, we discuss matters politics and we say it the way it's supposed to be. Now, today I want us to discuss something very interesting, something that has not only caught the attention of Nairobians, but it has also, caught the attention of the whole country. I want us to discuss how William Ruto is politically building, the career of one Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Folks, they have said whatever happened today is akin to a hunter becoming the hunted. The former, you remember how Dr. Matiang'i was powerful. Then today you saw him at the DCI headquarters being grilled by a unit that he once led, a unit that he was once its boss. They call it tables turn. And in politics, they say that power is temporary. So folks, for proper analysis, I want us to look at the timelines. That is what happened before Matiang'i arrived at the DCI headquarters until the time he was being released, or until the time he was released. And of course, this particular photo is courtesy of NTV. So at exactly 8:14 a.m., Dr. Fred Matiang'i arrived at the DCI headquarters. And of course, he was accompanied by by his lawyers, and actually he was also accompanied by his former colleagues. We saw the likes of Eugene Wamalo. Actually, his presence there was politically significant, and at exactly 8:58, he was denied to access the premises. That was, of course, temporarily. They were arguing out that they wanted him to first register. So folks, from 9:10 a.m. after they were allowed in until 2:20 p.m. there was nothing, there was nothing happening. They were not being grilled. They were just placed at a waiting bay. For imaginary, they were calling it consultation. The DCI, they were calling it consultation. So just imagine that from 9:10 a.m., that is 9:10 a.m. to 2:20 p.m., all that particular time, these particular people were not being grilled. The situation was just the same. They were just at the waiting bay. Actually, it's at 2:20 p.m. that his lawyers threatened to walk out, because they were claiming that they were, the DCA was just keeping them at bay. They were not engaging them, so they wanted to walk out. So after this particular protest, at 2:32 p.m., they were issued with a charge. The DCI issued them with a charge sheet, and in that particular charge sheet, they had two charges. One, they accused him of publicizing false information, and also they also accused him of conspiracy to commit felony. Then actually at 3:02 p.m. the former prime minister arrived. Now 18 minutes later, that is at 3:20, after the former prime minister had arrived, he was denied entry into the DCI headquarters, and actually the officers manning that gate told him that they had received orders from above that they don't allow him in. At 4:10 p.m., actually Matiang'i is being released less than an hour since Raila left. Now folks, this particular development, or what happened to the former CS today, has a lot of political significance. First of all, look at that particular publicity. I always say that publicity is publicity, be it positive or negative. Publicity builds you. Because right now, when you go everywhere, when you go to the internet, the most searched person today is Dr. Fred Matiang'i, and that is publicity. To others, is earning that sympathy. Others are saying that, you know what, the government maybe is on a revenge mission on him. Maybe they're arguing out that Matiang'i, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, was actually getting, orders from his boss. By then, that was Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and this was just a political witch hunt. Well enough. So, folks, the thing is this: that particular publicity is very important. However, I want us, the way I said that in this particular discussion, I want us to look at how William Ruto wants to, or he's building the political career of Dr. Fred Matiang'i. Look at it. When Dr. Matiang'i arrived at the DCI headquarters, what happened? You saw him arriving there with a contingent, with a battery of lawyers. And I actually was even accompanied by political leaders from Azimio or from the opposition. That's a political significance, that indeed that these particular people, they were with him. And remember, I once opined on this channel that Dr. Fred Matiang'i was supposed to be the chairman of Azimio this year, and that one could tell the reason as to why you saw those particular politicians accompanying him. We had senators from Kisii County, we had senator from Nairobi County, just to mention but a few. Folks, in that particular way, in his arrival, you also saw supporters. Actually, he had supporters who went from that particular place, and they went there in solidarity with him. So what we saw today was not Matiang'i, the civil servant. We were seeing Matiang'i, the politician. Dr. Fred Matiang'i was being inducted, he was being introduced into politics. And folks, I'm telling you that if he capitalizes on this particular momentum, I'm telling you, I want to assure you that this particular individual is going to be a threat in 2027. He might even decide in 2027 maybe to, even decide to contest for a political seat. You may not know. So that's one way that William Ruto is actually building his political career. Because personally, I was even shocked. I didn't know that he would come armed with those particular supporters. You saw the former Prime Minister making his way to DCI headquarters, and actually, maybe someone could have asked, why did Raila Odinga made his way to the DCI headquarters? Actually, the truth of the matter is that Raila Amolo Odinga, they had learned of a plan by the government or by the Kenya Kwanza administration. They wanted to humiliate this particular individual called Fred Matiang'i, and that's why they were taking long to process him. So they wanted to buy time, so at least it gets into evening, and then maybe they take him into police custody. They take him somewhere and detain him there, make him eat what others eat when they are arrested. So maybe just to humiliate him. And that's why when Raila learned of this particular trick, he made his way to the DCI headquarters. And actually, that particular movement alone made it, increase the publicity. And the moment that Raila was denied entry into that particular place, folks, you had even Raila saying that if it's problem that you people want, then you are going to get it. Take a look.
The last instruction, I'm told you are not allowed. None of you will be allowed.
Why? This is a public office. You want me to order these people to move in by force? This is a public office. How can I be allowed to see the director?
Just a minute. Consultation is an item.
What kind of consultations? Look here. This is a public office. And I have a right to go inside.
So folks, in that particular video, you are seeing, Raila having confrontation with the DCI, and even is even threatening them. He's even telling them that, you know what, if you people, you will make me to, even tell my supporters, command them to break uh, this particular gate, so to speak. So actually, because of that particular confrontation, and people, the population, and the supporters were, it was gaining momentum. People were increasing, and I think the DCI, they were advised that they do everything possible to ensure that Raila leave the area, because it was causing a lot of commotion. It was causing a lot of traffic snarl up, and I think in that particular video, actually, in a span of less than 50 minutes after Raila had left the place, you saw Dr. Fred Matiang'i being released, and that tells you, the power that that particular individual has. Actually, folks, you even see, a section of members from Kisii County. They were going, or they were on a riot. They were demonstrating, accusing the government of William Ruto of witch hunting, that he was targeting. They were claiming that the president was actually targeting the Kisii community. So, folks, that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm talking about. Dr. Fred Matiang'i today is not that that civil servant again. Today he has been inducted. Today is now a politician, and if he builds on this particular momentum, he builds on everything that is happening right now, then I want to assure you that in 2027 the guy is going to be a big fish in this country. And by the way, folks, before I continue, kindly can you just take 2 seconds of your time, if you are on this channel for the very first time, and subscribe to this channel. That subscription is going to make the channel grow. To those who have subscribed, by the way, thank you so much, guys, for your continuous support. Always remember to subscribe, and also remember to like the video, because when you like the video is going to reach out to as many people as possible. So if you ask me, you remember I told you in one of, or I opined in one of my videos, I told you that 2023 is going to be a year of high voltage politics. And folks, I believe that you are seeing them now. This is just but a start. The other day, you had the deputy president, and you even had the secretary general of UDA party, Cleophas Malala, saying or repeating that they are going to arrest individuals that the deputy president had accused of, looting from public coffers few days too, and after Ruto had been declared, president-elect. He claimed that they were transporting, money in boxes through Wilson Airport. So, folks, this is just, maybe they are laying grounds, they are laying proper grounds even to arrest more former CS, those particular individuals who served in the fourth administration. They are maybe laying grounds to do that particular work. It's just a matter of let's wait and see. The reason as to I'm saying that it's going to come with a lot of political activity is that these particular individuals, they are leaned, or they are on the opposition side, and when you add it to what the opposition they are planning, and I think maybe tomorrow they are planning to kickstart those particular rallies tomorrow. So when you add that plus these particular rallies, I'm telling you 2023 is going to be a year of high voltage politics. So you need to buckle up. So folks, if he decides to join Azimio in their rallies, and take advantage of this particular momentum, then his political, star is likely going to increase and or maintain or keep that particular momentum. And maybe if he decides maybe to only wait for those particular circumstances when he's being summoned by the state, maybe like appearing in court and such kind of things, or maybe arrest, then well and good, that's still publicity. It's for him to decide. And folks, that sympathy is going to build his political career. In 2018 to 2022, you saw the camp of the deputy president, that is William Ruto. By then, the campaign that they were running, the campaign of sympathy and all that. If Dr. Matiang'i decides to capitalize on it, then it's going to work in his favor. So folks, I don't know what you think of this particular analysis. You can always let me know on the comment section. And so folks, if you've watched this video at the start or from the beginning up to now and you've not subscribed to this channel, folks, kindly once again just take 2 seconds of your time, subscribe to the channel and like the video, and together we are going to grow this particular channel. Otherwise, thank you so much, and may we meet on the next video. Thank you.